Huawei is slowly but surely making progress with its Kirin chip technology, even as it continues to face tough restrictions from the US government. The journey hasn't been easy, but Huawei is showing determination and clever engineering to improve the power and performance of its self-developed chips for smartphones. Let's take a quick step back. In 2023, Huawei shocked the entire tech world by launching the Mate 60 Pro, a 5G smartphone powered by its own Kirin chip. That moment was a turning point. While it impressed users and tech experts alike, it also triggered tighter sanctions from the United States. These sanctions were designed to block Huawei's access to crucial chip-making tools and technologies from companies like ASML, Qualcomm, TSMC, Intel, and others. Despite these challenges, Huawei hasn't backed down. In fact, it's adapting and moving forward. The latest example of this is the launch of the Huawei Pura X foldable phone. While it may not look like a huge leap at first glance, this device reveals the small but meaningful steps Huawei is taking to enhance its Kirin chips. Inside the Pura X is the Kirin 9020 chipset, an upgraded version compared to the one used in the Mate 70 Pro. And here's the key point. Huawei has managed to improve the power efficiency of this new chip by about 5%. That means users of the Pura X can expect smoother performance and less battery drain compared to the Mate 70 Pro. It's not a massive upgrade, but in the world of chip development, even a 5% boost is a pretty big deal, especially when you're building everything in-house under heavy restrictions. So how did Huawei pull this off? One of the clever tweaks lies in the phone's internal design. Huawei added a new heat dissipation pad between the chipset and the DRAM memory. This pad does a better job at conducting heat and keeping the system cool, which naturally leads to better performance and energy efficiency. But that's not all. Huawei has also changed the way the Kirin 9020 chip is packaged. According to Turndown reports, the company is now using a design that's very similar to what Apple does with its chips. In fact, Huawei is now the only other company besides Apple to use this kind of design. Why does that matter? Because this design boosts the transmission efficiency between the chip and the memory. It also helps with heat dissipation, which again leads to better performance. Basically, Huawei is getting smarter about how its chips are built and how they interact with other components inside the phone. These changes, though small, are important. They show that Huawei isn't just focused on launching new phones. It's also putting in the hard work to make its own chips better, step by step. This approach is likely to continue, especially as the company gets ready to launch the Pura 80 series. Now there's still a big question on everyone's mind. Will the Pura 80 series come with a brand new Kirin chip? Or will it stick with an optimized version of the current Kirin 9020? While Huawei hasn't confirmed anything yet, recent developments suggest the company is likely leaning toward refinement, squeezing out better performance from the chips it already has while still working behind the scenes on more advanced designs. For Huawei, this strategy makes a lot of sense. With so many external challenges, it's not easy to suddenly build a completely new chip from scratch. But by making small upgrades, improving power efficiency, and using smart internal designs, Huawei is keeping its smartphone lineup competitive while slowly building its own chip empire. In a way, this quiet evolution of the Kirin chipset represents Huawei's broader approach to innovation under pressure. They're not rushing out flashy upgrades, but carefully refining what they've got and using every tool and idea available to stay in the game. Whether it's thermal pads, chip packaging, or smart architecture design, it's all part of a bigger plan. So while the headlines may not scream revolution, Huawei is definitely moving forward with its Kirin chips, one smart step at a time, and that could make a big difference in the next wave of smartphones coming from the company. As we wait to see what the Pura 80 series will bring, one thing is clear: Huawei's chip journey is far from over.